Light beer shouldn't taste like water. It should taste like beer. More taste, 96 calories. Miller Lite.
Let's make lots of money. You've got the grind, I've got the brain.
With Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Click or call to switch.
To find a local retailer near you. Your local tri-state area Audi dealer. Burden LLP Accountants and Advisors. The New York Lottery. 877 Cars for Kids. That's cars with a K. To donate your car today. Baker Tilly. Now.
At Capella University, we know smart comes in many forms. So we made FlexPath the kind of smart that keeps up with you. With FlexPath, you can earn your master's degree in 14 months for $14,000.
That's the kind of smart I like. Capella University. Don't just learn smarter.
And a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to chilly Comerica Park. We're supposed to have some rain showers coming. Please just hold off a little while. I'm just watching Tom Izzo throwing out the first pitch in this game as coach is here. And tonight's starting lineups are sponsored by Splash Blast flavored water beverages. Your body and taste buds will thank you. For the New York Yankees, 6-5, still struggling to find an offensive identity. Aaron Hicks leads off, and he's in left field tonight. The number 2 hitter is the center fielder, Aaron Judge. Anthony Rizzo at third. He is at first base. Giancarlo Stanton is in right field, and he is batting cleanup. Today's cleanup hitter is brought to you by Winters Brothers, keeping Long Island clean and green. Visit wintersbros.com. DJ LeMahieu is the third baseman. He is batting fifth. Josh Donaldson is the DH batting sixth. Gleyber Torres at second batting seventh. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is shortstop batting eighth. And Kyle Higashioka behind the plate, and he is batting ninth. For the Detroit Tigers, 4 and 6, Robbie Grossman, the veteran right fielder, will lead off. Austin Meadows is in left batting second. Jonathan Scope at second base batting third. Jamer Candelario is the cleanup hitter, and he is playing third base. The DH and number 5 hitter is the great Miguel Cabrera. Victor Reyes is in center batting sixth. Spencer Torkelson is at first base batting seventh. Harold Castro gets the start tonight at shortstop, and Tucker Barnhart behind.
Innings, 2 hits, no runs, struck out 6. Got up to 83 pitches. Well, last night, the Yankees got a sparkling performance out of their bullpen, recording 22 outs. Clay Holmes was a huge part of it. And Meredith Marakovich chats with the Yankees' tall right-hander next, here on Yes.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. This is the Ford F-150 truck, the only one with an available Pro Power onboard generator. The one with an available work surface in the front and in the back. and the only one that's part of F-Series, the best-selling pickups for 45 years straight and counting. Custom build your new Ford F-150 and get an extra $1,000 bonus cash. View more offers at buyfordnow.com.
Land Rover, above and beyond.
Birthday breakfast in bed. Best roommate ever.
This is so weird. I just dreamt this.
Dreamt what?
You bringing me breakfast in bed?
That is weird. So what happened?
Well, you ended up giving me all your cinnamon delights because you love me.
Aww. Yeah, that definitely was a dream.
Was it though?
Give your morning something to celebrate with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell Breakfast Box.
So yeah, making the choice to go back to work is a big decision for all of us. But this time I have my own job description. Close to home, good pay, hours that work for me. You know, my terms.
Welcome back to Yankees baseball on Yes. Meredith Morakovitz alongside Clay Holmes. Clay, big night for the bullpen last night. How much were you guys feeding off of each other?
A lot. You know, it was huge for Clark to come in that situation and just give us the length and just be as effective as he was. It was huge. So when you have, you know, especially that first person coming out, when he kind of puts up that performance, you just want to keep it rolling. I think we were able to do that and come out big last night.
How brutal were the conditions out there last night?
It's tough. It's a tough night. You know, it's something that everybody has to deal with, but just the dry, cold air, I mean, it's just tough, especially for sinker ball guys. But again, you know, Clark was able to spin his breaking balls really well, which is pretty impressive in the weather. So I think we all, you know, handled it the best we could and, you know, made the most of it.
You've been pretty dominant to start the season. What do you think has led to your success on the mound?
I think just staying in good counts and getting ahead of hitters. When I'm in good counts, I can, you know, trust my sinker and let the rest of the stuff play off of that. So as long as I'm attacking guys, things have been working out pretty well so far.
Aaron Boone said the other day he trusts so many of you guys in high leverage situations. Have you ever been a part of a bullpen that has so many high leverage guys that he can go to?
No, but it's, I mean, it takes the pressure and the load off of everybody else. When they, you know, trust so many guys and so many guys can go in any situation and get it done. It's just a good feeling and, you know, creates great camaraderie down there. I think we all feed off of it.
What's the feeling like on a nightly basis in that bullpen?
It's fun. It's just a great group of guys. You know, we all, you know, enjoy being around each other, learning from each other. So I think, you know, everyone's excited just to keep building and, you know, to see how good we can be down there.
I appreciate the time.
Yep, thank you.
Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Ryan Rucco will join Cameron Maben. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
Medusa lived with a hideous curse. Ugh. I mean, the whole turning people to stone thing was a bit of a buzzkill, right? So she ordered sunglasses with Prime, one-day delivery. Oh. People realise she's actually hilarious once you get to know her. Ugh, as if. Well, he was asking for it.
Light beer shouldn't taste like water. It should taste like beer. More taste,
96 calories. Miller Lite.
Birthday breakfast in bed.
Best roommate ever. This is so weird. I just dreamt this.
Dreamt what?
You bringing me breakfast in bed?
That is weird. So what happened?
Well, you ended up giving me all your cinnamon delights because you love me.
Aw. Yeah, that definitely was a dream.
Was it though?
Give your morning something to celebrate with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell Breakfast Box.
Yes, I want to sell you this car. Nope, I don't need to talk about it.
Another chilly night in Detroit. Getting ready for the start of action between the Yankees and the Tigers. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Some consistency at the top of the Yankees order. Hicks, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, LeMahieu, Donaldson. That's how the top six played out last night. I think Gleyber Torres slides into 7 as he will play second base. No Joey Gallo tonight. He's on the bench. Kiner Falefa starting to heat up, batting 8th, and Kyle Higashioka rounds out the Yankees' starting lineup. Aaron Hicks and the leadoff spot once again, a 4th straight game. Exactly where Cameron Maybin thought he should be, and it has worked out thus far for Hicks. And the Yankees will face Eduardo Rodriguez. You see the numbers thus far for Rodriguez. Signed a 5-year deal to come over to Detroit. We'll take a look at Cam's scouting report.
Yeah, Eduardo Rodriguez, a former Boston Red Sox free agent addition, 5 years, $77 million signing. He is a familiar foe, 22nd start against the Yankees, most by any pitcher since 2015. And last season versus the Yankees, a 3.13 ERA in 5 starts, 32 Ks in 23 innings. So tell of a lot of stories with Eduardo Rodriguez. Let's see what he can offer against the Yankees today.
Let's take a look at the defense behind him, brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Meadows in left. Reyes gets the start in center tonight. Grossman in right. Candelario, Castro over at short. And then scoping the youngster Torkelson on the right side with Tucker Barnhart behind the plate. So Aaron Hicks will step in against Rodriguez. Hicks hitting .345 on this young season. And this game underway as Hicks takes a strike, 0-1. I was talking to Hicks earlier today about his start, and he had talked about a focus using the center of the field, going the other way. He said, I think almost every hit I've had thus far has been to the opposite field. And he said, I wanted to get off to a good start, and then as I settle in more, then start getting into my pull, but feels good about the approach early.
And that's a beautiful approach to have for the beginning of the season, Ryan, is just taking your hits, collecting your hits, again, being a catalyst for this offense, and Hicksy's been just that so far.
And it was really a conscious approach from Hicks, even just heading into the season. Part of his game plan was wanted to come out of the gates with a real focus on sort of exposing some of the defensive gaps he sees as well with shifts, focusing on going the other way. 2-2 now on Hicks.
He's reached base in the first 9 games with a plate appearance this season, so something you definitely wanted at leadoff spot. And, I talked to Aaron earlier. He just talked about, being an all-around complete player this year. He wanted to steal more bases. He wanted to create more opportunities for the offense, when he's up there. So excited about what he wants to do this season.
And he has worked the count full.
Mr. Full Count.
Yeah, this is the other thing that he does with incredible consistency.
Now again, you'll hear me. You will hear me throughout the season call these team at bats. When you can get the starting pitcher to throw a lot of pitches early.
As Hicks strikes out, took a little wave. Hicks down on strikes. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Keys to the game. A win is a win. Not the prettiest last night, but they were able to get a win after coming off of a struggling offensive performance in Baltimore. Gallo getting a day off and Glaber back in. And once again, Miggy watch. 4 hits away from 3,000, so a milestone Miggy's trying to reach, a special club he's trying to get into. 3,000 hits and 500 homers, a very rare feat for only 7 ball players before him.
Here's Judge, who takes a strike. So Garrett Cole and Aaron Boone chatting in the Yankee dugout. Cole, of course, struggled last night, just an inning and 2/3, tied his career high in walks. Aaron Boone talked for a while today about still feeling really good about the stuff that Cole has had thus far. It feels like maybe he's just been trying to be a little too perfect.
Now, the stuff was definitely there last night, and I think exactly what you said, trying to do too much, trying to be a little too fine, especially in these conditions and this weather. It's a perfect time to just go right at guys and make them hit their way on. You know, you don't want to help them out by walking guys, and you saw last night a career high in walks, which is definitely not like Garrett, and I know he'll be back to the drawing board, ready to go his next start.
The 1-2 to Judge. That is called strike 3. Judge not enamored as he goes down looking. Rodriguez gets the call, and back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game. See that cutter?
Backdoor cutter.
Just off.
See those called a lot against Aaron, it feels like. Down and off strikes. Tough pitch to do anything with.
And he has struggled in his career against Rodriguez. Now 4 for 28 Judges with 13 strikeouts. Here's Rizzo. Rizzo takes a strike. 0-1. Tap to the left side. Easy for Candelario, and that'll do it. The Yankees go down 1-2-3 in the first. Luis Severino to work next.
Baseball is back, and you know what that means. Superstitions and great offers from DraftKings. New customers can win $200 when they bet $5 on any team to win their game. So don't change those lucky socks. Download the app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to win $200 on any team to win their game, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the New York Yankees.
It's one thing to build a truck. It's another to build a legacy. This is the Ford F-150 truck, the only one with an available Pro Power onboard generator, the one with an available work surface in the front and in the back, and the only one that's part of F-Series, the best-selling pickups for 45 years straight and counting. Custom build your new Ford F-150 and get an extra $1,000 bonus cash. View more offers at buyfordnow.com.
Yankees go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And let's take a look at tonight's Tigers starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Robbie Grossman leading off once again. Meadows in the 2-hole. Jonathan Scope, Jamer Candelario, Miguel Cabrera, 4 hits away from 3,000, bats 5th. Then Victor Reyes, followed by the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Spencer Torkelson. Harold Castro bats left in the 8th spot, and Tucker Barnhart, the switch-hitting catcher, rounds out the Tigers lineup. That'll go up against Luis Severino. Severino, a 2.25 ERA through his first 2 starts, and we'll get the scouting report from Cam.
Luis Severino shut down the Jays last outing, 5 shutout innings, 6 Ks against Toronto last Thursday. But his mentality's back. Sevy's back. He's healthy. He's feeling it. He's electric. He's exciting. And he's quickly trusting a new toy, that cutter. Throwing it at 20% of the time, having a lot of success early on in the season. Excited to see Luis Severino back out here healthy and ready to go for his team.
Well, Severino has already thrown, to your point, Cam, 30 cutters this season. He had thrown 60 total prior to this year in his career.
And what that tells me is trust. You know, something that he's clearly been working on, and now he clearly has a trust in that pitch, and he's letting it be seen early in this season, and a lot of early success. And it's a pitch that a few guys, Garrett adding the cutter a little bit more, backing off the breaking ball. So it's interesting what they see out of this pitch and the effect that it's having for him.
Grossman went around 1-1. That's a strike with the change, catching the outside corner, 1-2. Luis Severino spoke yesterday and saying, like, yeah, you know what? I wasn't sure I would ever get back to feeling like this, get back to these moments. You have those doubts during a long rehab.
Some setbacks in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a tough road for Sevy, but he looks great. He looks healthy. Looks strong.
So athletic, too, off the mound. Well, not that time. Threw it off the back of Grossman. And that's going to be an E1 as Grossman will reach.
And you can see Sevy saying, my bad right here. Probably made this play a little bit more difficult than it had to be. He's got a lane right there, but decided to step around Grossman and try to give Rizzo a different angle, a different target. But I think Sevy will tell you he probably should have just planted his feet and stuck to the inside part of the field on that play.
So instead of a Meek out, Grossman's on to lead off the bottom of the first. You know, I just jumped to E1, but they have not officially scored it yet. Do you feel confident in the E1, Cam?
I'm confident in you. I'm thinking E1 for sure.
They're going to give him a hit. All right, a hit for Grossman.
Wow, that is beautiful. If you're a home batter, that is beautiful.
Strike
I'm
one for
looking up to
Severino.
the box right now from first, giving 2 thumbs up on that one, baby.
Well, you know what the scoring is like here. You did 3 tours with the Tigers.
Yeah, I can't say I remember something like that being a hit, but, you know, hey, change of a regime. You might have a different scorekeeper, too. I don't know.
Skied into the left. Aaron Hicks making his second start there makes the play for the first out. Let's take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Hicks in left, Judge in center, Stanton in right. LeMahieu, Kiner, Falefa on the left side. Torres, Rizzo on the right. And Higashioka catches Sevy. How different is that, Cam? I mean, switching outfield positions. Obviously, Stan's used to right, but, you know, Judge getting more reps in center. He moves over there. Hicks, just the second game that he's playing over in left.
It's tough. It was an extremely tough challenge for me moving from center to left field. You know, I thought my athleticism alone could make it easy, but it's a different angles, different reads. You know, if you're a right-handed thrower, left-handed catcher, you know, your first step is to go everything towards the line too, or you know, so it's a different read for you. You got to get used to, you know, shuffling your feet the right way and not being lazy over there on the corners.
Meredith, I know you talked with Aaron earlier today about adjusting to left field.
And as you mentioned earlier, he saw action just once the first time he was out there. And when I spoke to him after that game, he called it an adventure. It's exactly what you're talking about, Cam. Coming off the bat, the reads are just so different. He said he actually has to delay his read a little bit. And one thing that he does do is he's very diligent about coming out during batting practice and see how the ball is flying off the bat for both left-handers and right-handers as Kiner Falefa turns a double play here, Ryan.
You know what? I don't think he wanted you to dive any deeper on Aaron's adventures. We'll have to wait till the second.
Next time.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us. And 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're You're not going to fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
Land Rover, above and beyond.
Dear experts, to you, I'm the best-selling compact SUV in America, with all-wheel drive and tons of room. To our drivers, I'm unbeatable value. Let's go places. RAV4.
Get 2.49% APR financing for a full 60 months on the fuel-efficient RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Cadillac. Gravitate to greatness and visit your tri-state Cadillac dealer today. By the New York Lottery, get out there and play. By NYU Langone Health and by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. Some great infielders in the history of Yankees Tigers. Up the middle, second baseman, shortstops. Taking us to the second inning, no score. In Detroit, middle game of this three-game set, Ryan Rucco, Cameron Maben, Meredith Marakovitz with you. Our entire Yes Network crew, appreciate you hanging out with us. Here is Stanton. And he takes down and away. Stanton, one homer away from 350 for his career. Has been stuck on that 349 for 9 games after homering in his first 2 games of the season.
He's looking for that homer, but he has 7 stakes in 11 of the Yankees' first 11 games. So he's one of those guys who is picking up those runners when they're out there on base.
Did you say steaks?
Steaks. He likes to eat. This is a big man.
Is that another word for RBIs?
Yeah,
Steaks?
RBIs, steaks.
All right.
Ribeye, you know.
Okay. I see how it happens.
See where they got steaks from? Ribeye?
Yeah, I do. That's like Cockney rhyming over in London. Like apples and pears, stairs.
Yes.
Don't fall down the apples. This is Cam's version of it.
Exactly. Steaks.
Steaks.
And another night of no long sleeves, just out here just enjoying the elements from Stanton as well.
Yeah.
That's impressive. No turtleneck, nothing?
No. That is called strike 3. Rodriguez gets the call just off the inside corner. 3rd strikeout and 4 hitters faced.
And you know, when you're struggling as an offense, these are the calls that seem to go against you at times. I mean, another pitch that clearly looked like he was off the plate, and another pitch that went Rodriguez's way. So if you're the Yankees hitters, you might have to have a little discussion there, saying, hey, 2 strikes we might need to protect. A little bit of a big zone tonight.
Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu drives that in the air to right field. Grossman will watch it sail into the seats for a foul ball. Well, Jerry Lane, he's going against his trend. He's hitter friendly, not tonight. Very few high strikes, fewer inside strikes on left-handed hitters. We saw that inside strike called on a right-handed hitter.
You know what should be added to that graphic?
What's that?
Weather. What's the weather like?
You mean the weather affects the ump?
I mean, be a little bit colder, strike 1, strike 2. A little bit warmer, hitter friendly. I mean, It's a graphic and a metric for everything. I mean, let's go ahead and figure out, when is he more hitter friendly, in the warmer days or the colder days? I mean, I think
that's a really,
just something that something I thought about. I'm sure that stat's out there somewhere.
What's Jerry Lane's strike zone in sub 50 degrees as LeMahieu bangs a single into left center. A 7-game hitting streak for the local guy, DJ LeMahieu. Well, Cam, you were talking weather, so let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 48 degrees, feels like 44. Wind not quite as strong as yesterday, but still palpable. And a chance of showers, which, as you can see, are occurring currently.
Going back to my buddy DJ LeMahieu again, pulling the hands in, super nice. Pitch on the inner third of the plate, but again, where does he hit it? Up the middle, where all the hits are. It's a guy that I love to watch hit because you just can't shift him. I mean, look around the diamond, and there's so many holes open for DJ because he's such a complete hitter.
Here's Donaldson.
Gets jammed anymore. When we came up early in my career, the good hitters always said, hey, good hitters get jammed, great hitters get jammed. They're not afraid to see that ball deep. And, you get a lot of swing and misses out front nowadays in the game with the OPS and trying to hit homers. But it's funny, a guy 4 hits away from 3,000 talking about what it is to be a complete hitter. It's fun. It was a fun conversation to listen to, and it's the reason why he is where he is in his career, and he's a walking, living legend, I call him, man.
Yeah, and he managed to have the power as well. 502 career home runs for Cabrera. 4 hits away from 3,000. Had 1 last night. 2-2 on Donaldson with LeMahieu, a modest leadoff first. Donaldson fouls it straight back.
And you can just see Rodriguez just pounding Donaldson in, not want to let him get his hands extended like so many hitters want to. And I think that's something that he's going to continue to do against these righties tonight throughout this game. Try to establish the inside part of the plate.
Glaber all bundled up on deck. Another 2-2. And it's full on Donaldson.
The number's not where he wants them to be, but I'm really, really enjoying that bats that Donaldson is continuing to put together. Going back to Baltimore series, early in that series, a lot of first pitch outs, swings. But he's starting to settle in a little bit and really make guys work. One of the premier workers.
Now we go to the bottom of the second inning. And here is Jeimer Candelario, switch hitter, batting left to lead off. Don't forget, this team is missing their biggest hitter, and that's Javi Baez. And it really changes the lineup. You have Grossman, who gets on. Meadows, a terrific hitter, and then Baez. You have a switch hitter, left-hand hitter, right-hand hitter. That's a great beginning. Anyway, here is Candelario. Baez. You have a switch hitter, left-hand hitter, right-hand hitter. That's a great beginning. Anyway, here is Candelario. He's 5 for 37, no homers, 2 RBIs, and he lines one deep down the right field line. There is a base hit going to the right field wall. Giancarlo fires it back in. It's a double for Candelario.
And he just really soft that. That was a very good hard hit. And as John said, he actually has been hitting the ball pretty well, and that sets up for Miggy now with a man on second base. And that was a breaking pitch. That was his slider, except it stayed right over the middle of the plate. And now everyone coming down with their phones, coming down towards the front of the stands. The phones are out because every time Miguel Cabrera is up now, this is going to happen all year.
Well, he's 4 hits away from 3,000. A right-hand hitter. No overshift. He hits the ball to right field a lot. Anyway, Candelario at second with the game's first run. No one out. Pitch is a strike. No, he didn't call it a strike. I've done this before with Jerry Lane. I'm not going to do it again. At the count 1-0. The double by Candelario came on a breaking ball, as Susan said, up. It was made to be hit. There is the 1-0 to Miggy, and he fouls it back to the screen, 1-1.
You know how we know that we are still fans? I'm supposed to do a scoreboard. I'm not starting a scoreboard with Miggy up. I mean, I'm sorry. I like history as much as anybody. I'm not going to miss a hit if I'm here.
I'll defend your right.
They'll just have to wait.
Yep. Well, here's the 1-1 coming to Cabrera. And Severino takes too long, so Miggy steps up.
There was a great story in The Athletic. I've forgotten the guy's. I think his name is Stephen Nesbitt, about Miggy. Great story.
Pitch cut on him. Missed. He threw it by him. And the count 1-2.
This group on an airplane, the whole team, and, you know, Miggy is the star. He is the thing, and all the kids are around him, and he takes out a suitcase, and they think he's going to bring something out. He opens up the suitcase, and there's cash in there.
Pitch is low, 1-2.
$100 bills, just one of them. And he picked them all up, and he says, see what you can have if you learn to hit the other way?
Oh, wow. Good for him. And he really does hit the other way. He's always been great at it.
He is the leader in that clubhouse. He is the face of this franchise.
The 2-2 fouled first base side. Actually fell off the screen into the Yankee dugout. Well, the count holds 2-2.
And he's, teaches the young kids and something. And as John and I were talking about yesterday, and I was talking about with Robbie Grossman, because we're going through it and we don't see him all the time, he's almost underappreciated.
The pitch is grounded weakly up the third baseline. Fielded by LeMay. No throw. On to third goes Candelario. There's a base hit for Miggy. He's now 3 hits away. Hit a dribbler down third, and you know what? LeMay did the right thing. Why throw the ball? So first and third, no one out.
And the applause, the standing ovation, and they're up by they're waiting for the sign. And here comes the 6. The 6 is gone, and here comes the 7. 2997. And there's not a lot of them here, but they're loud and they're appreciative.
And if you say, well, that's a little dribbler. Yeah, but how about when he hits a line drive right at somebody?
Right.
They hope it all evens out. And if you have 500 home runs and about to get 3,000 hits, boy, you're a great player. So first and third, here's Victor Reyes.
Now,
a switch hitter batting left. And the pitch cut on him.
Scoreboard Update is brought to you by Food Bazaar Supermarket, feeding your way of life. Visit foodbazaar.com for store locations. The other reason it was smart for DJ not to throw that ball was that the runner was already at third base. And if he throws and it goes awry, you've got to run in.
It'll be an 0-1. Reyes, 3 for 16, no homers, 3 RBIs. Big switch hitter. And the pitch outside, and the count 1-1.
They're playing a doubleheader in Cleveland. Oh, joy. It's not warm there either. Cleveland beat up on the White Sox 11-1 in the first game. Jose Ramirez, his 4th homer. Cleveland sent 13 batters to the plate in the second inning. Shane Bieber gets the win. Dallas Keuchel takes the loss, 11-1. And in the second inning,
1-1, a fly ball deep down the left field line, and it's going to make the seats. No, the count 1-2.
It is 2-0 Cleveland. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Jose Ramirez RBI double in the first, scores Stephen Kwan. Is that your offense right there? Jose Ramirez scores Stephen Kwan.
Jose Ramirez signed a new contract, and boy, it hasn't stopped him at all. He is hitting every day.
Jimmy Lambert against Tristan McKenzie.
And Cleveland is in Yankee Stadium starting Friday. Pitch. Fastball high and tight. Did he go? Nope. So the count 1-2.
Baltimore and Oakland are scoreless in Oakland. Bottom of the second, Jordan Lyles against Dalton Jeffries. The Angels are leading Houston 3-0 in the first inning. Jake Odorizzi walked Anthony Rendon with the bases loaded in the first. Shohei Ohtani against Odorizzi, as we said.
All right, here's the 2-2 to Reyes. And it's fouled third base side out of play.
Toronto and Boston, Minnesota at Kansas City, and Texas at Seattle. Still to come. Our buddy Mike Ford got called up today to the Seattle Mariners. Somebody went on the COVID list. But good to see Mike Ford back in the major leagues.
Well, there's a Ford in Seattle's future. Here's the 2-2 to Reyes. Runners lead first and third. No one out. Bottom of the second. Pitch is a breaking ball low. And so the count 3-2. So one more bad one. They'd be loaded up.
Milwaukee beat Pittsburgh 4-2. Brandon Woodruff beats Mitch Keller. Rowdy Tellez, second straight game with a home run. Keston Hiura had his first. Dodgers shut out Atlanta 5-0. Tony Gonsolin gets the win. Charlie Morton takes the loss.
Well, that game must have been really early, huh?
Gonsolin had a no-hitter into the 6th.
Pitch is popped up foul, third base side, going to make the seats. So the count remains 3-2 on Reyes. Detroit has run his first and third, no one out here in the bottom of the second.
Freddie Freeman had another home run, also Edwin Rios. Philadelphia beat Colorado. That was a 3 o'clock game, 9-6. Brad Hand gets the winner, relief Julio Sestini with the loss.
Once again, the 3-2. Swung on and line to right field. There's a base hit. 1 run scores. Cabrera heading toward third. Stanton's throw is in time at third. Third base umpire also waited after he made the call. So it's a base hit for Reyes and an RBI. So scoring is Candelario, and Cabrera is out 9-5.
Well, that fastball stayed right in the middle of the plate, about knee high, and Stanton gets that ball and he throws. He made a great throw.
A great throw. A one-hop line drive throw from right field, from mid-deep right field. And they had him.
And they had him right on the thigh before. Now, here's my question. If you're Reyes, why are you at first base?
I mean, he should have gone to second.
Yeah, as soon as Stanton threw that ball.
The pitch is cut on a miss by Torkelson, a right-hand hitter. Torkelson, 6 for 29, 2 homers and 5 RBIs.
Tampa Bay leading the Cubs 4-0 top of the second. They scored 4 runs in the top of the first. Francisco Mejia had his second homer. Drew Rasmussen, and that's Marcus Stroman, who didn't do so well his first time out either.
Throw over and not in time. Diving back is Reyes.
St. Louis and Miami, Arizona and Washington, and the Mets at San Francisco still to come. That'd be a good matchup there. Carlos Rodon against Chris Bassett.
Yeah, and that's it in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they've been delayed. Pitch is the runner goes, throw is in time at second base. So Higgy to Gleyber Torres throws out the runner Reyes. And so that caught stealing is 2-4. Reyes won't leave second base, but he was pumped out.
Well, what are we doing? I guess not, because he's not leaving. He's got him out, and then he's looking. Are they going to look at it? Oh, now he's leaving. They were waiting to see.
So there are 2 away, and the count on Torkelson is 1-1.
Well, Reyes got up and was shaking his mitt at the dugout, so they looked at it and said no.
Fastball high, 2-1. Now Severino deals. Man, that pitch is low. 3-1. You know, Susan, as you know, Stanton really likes to play the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a 3-1, and the pitch is low. We see him catch everything, and then you see that throw. That's a right fielder's arm. So it really enables Aaron Boone to play him in the outfield because he plays okay. And then you're allowed, then you can, if he plays the outfield, you can DH someone else and yada yada. Get playing time for all of your players.
Yeah, I know. I think they were overly careful with him when he got here because they're so afraid of straining things. But that's part of playing baseball, is playing the field. And he likes it. And actually, he hits better, if you've noticed, since he's gone back into the field the last couple of years. He's hitting a lot better. Hitting. I'm not saying slugging, but hitting.
Pitch is foul back. This is Harold Castro, who is a left-hand hitter. He is 3 for 16, no homers on an RBI. 1-0 Detroit, bottom of the second inning. They have a base runner at first. That's Torkelson with 2 out. And Severino's 0-1 is grounded toward the middle, fielded by Gleyber. Flip it to short for the force. The 4-6 force. In the inning, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 left. And now at the end of 2 innings of play, 1-0 Tigers on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack.
Fare thee well, Kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Sometimes one thing leads to another thing. A look leads to a touch turns into a caress, and then all of a sudden, it's on. And when the moment arises, you need to make sure you're ready. Roman ready. With Roman, you can take care of ED discreetly. Consult with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional today at GetRoman.com/talk to learn if a prescription is right for you. Visit GetRoman.com/talk today to learn about offers and treatments. Be ready. Roman ready.
Well, here we go to the third. Yankees are trailing 1-0. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Yanks. Kind of Falefa. Then Higashioka in the top of the order, Aaron Hicks. You know, till that ground ball that was a 4-6 force at second, the Yankees had not retired a batter. They had caught two guys on the base paths, one at third and one at second. And the pitch to kind of Falefa's a strike. Isaiah is 8 for 31. No homers or RBIs. He has very good numbers of Rodriguez. 6 for 13 with a home run. Here is the 0-1. Lined hard but foul outside of third. And the count 0-2. Susan, one other thing. I mentioned that the Yankees by a half run, which is a tremendous amount from first to second. They lead the American League in ERA. They're second in fielding. So that's an improvement. Pitch. Lined hard. There's a base hit over third down the left field line. Rolling to the left field corner. Extra bases. Kind of Falefa goes to second with a double. And I'm sure that if you follow us every day, you're starting to feel that this guy will be able to hit. He will be a big plus for this team. So he's at second, tying run with no one out.
And that was moving into him, and he got it out in front of the plate. He didn't wait for it to travel to him. He got it out in front of before it moved in on him. I was just going to say, he's starting to look like him. He's a slash hitter. He loves to slash and run. He likes to run the bases.
Yeah, last night, Susan mentioned it on the pregame. The Yankees stole 3 or 4 bases last night. Hicks and kind of Falefa.
Kind of Falefa scored 2, and Hicks 1, and Anthony Rizzo.
And Barnhart did not show much of an arm last night. I've really never seen him play. Well, here's Higgy. And the pitch outside in the count 1-0. Speaking of hitting the ball the other way, there are 3 infielders on the left side. The weakest ground ball, even if the first baseman fields it, he's playing wide of the bag, would get the runner to third. And here's the 1-0. And the breaking ball is way inside. Nice save by Barnhart. And the count 2-0.
And that's the game that kind of Falefa brings. This is what the Yankees wanted. And it takes, it's only the 20th of April. It takes a little time. Give the guy a shot.
Yeah, it takes time, and the weather's going to get better, we hope. And it makes a difference.
It's not going to
really
be 40 in July?
No, I hope not. Here's the 2-0 to Higgy. And the pitch is inside, 3-0.
It's Higgy's birthday today, so bench coach Carlos Mendoza they were trying to get an ice cream cake because Higgy likes ice cream cake. So they were looking all over Detroit for an ice cream cake.
I think they'd be able to find one. Here's the 3-0. And the pitch inside. He walks on 4 straight. And the Yankees have first and second, no one out. Higgy is 32 today. Well, the third inning is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Now here's Aaron Hicks. First walk given up by Erod. The Yankees down 1-0, have a great opportunity. First and second, no one out. And the top of the order, Hicks, Judge, and Rizzo. Hicks ran the count to 3-2 and took a pitch, a borderline pitch, that was called strike 3. He's a switch hitter batting right. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Trying to look, because Erod was talking to me about, he grew up and everybody's idol in Venezuela is Miguel Cabrera. And he had said, and walking into this clubhouse, and there he is. And it's kind of cool. And Erod is just about 30, and Miggy's just about 40, so that was right. If Miggy was like 19 or something, and he's 9.
Well, here's the 0-1 to Hicks.
It's got to be a great kick, right?
Yes. Pitch is inside, and the count 1-1. Sure, you walk into a clubhouse, and there is your hero there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's, Joe D. or Henry Aaron or whoever. We're going to call this the window of opportunity. Boy.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Would we ever? That's brought to you by Windorama. Let your project be their passion. Here's the 1-1. And that fastball inside, and the count 2-1.
And I am told that as a couple of the reporters were getting on the elevator, a delivery guy with a cake showed up at the clubhouse. So they got it.
2-1 on Hicks. He's got first and second, no one out. And here in the top of the third, Yankees trailing 1-0. And the 2-1 is way high, 3-1. So one more bad one. They'll be loaded up with no one out for Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton. So if you're Hicks, you dig in and think, you might get a meatball. Got to throw a strike. So it'll be a 3-1.
See, and in this inning, the changeup has just left him. So if you can just stay off that.
The 3-1. Swung on in line. Caught first. Caught by Torkelson. That robbed the Yankees of a run, and first and third, no one out. Well, them's the breaks. That's why you don't dispute Cabrera's little roller single. There was a hard line drive. He did everything right, going the opposite way, and it went to Torkelson's mitt.
And he made a little jump, and he timed it perfectly. And that is one of those that, you do everything right. You can only hit it. You can't aim it.
Well, here's Aaron Judge with first and second and one man out.
Those are the kinds of hits that Aaron Boone is talking about when he says this team hits in a lot of bad luck. I mean, a lot of the numbers eventually don't lie, and the Yankees know that. But there have been those. We have seen those. But we see them every year.
Here's the pitch to Judge. There's a strike. The Yankees have played 11 games, and Judge has 1 RBI. But in baseball, you don't concentrate on that. You wait for a longer period to get an idea. I don't know if any period gives you an idea, but the pitch to Judge is low. But, I say, no, let me see 30 games, 40 games. The Cardinals were 500 last year. Then they won
Until
18
September.
in a row. Yeah. They won 18 in a row and made the playoffs.
You had 22 starts against the Yankees since 2015. That's a lot.
Well, I saw that. The 1-1 is pop foul first base side. The Yankees, not now, but historically have had all these left-hand hitters. They play Boston 19 times a year, so you better believe that Erod would be in every series.
Indeed.
Kiner Falefa leads off second. Gashioka leads off first. It'll be a 1-2 to Judge. And the lefty deals. And the pitch is inside under the hands. And the count 2-2.
Injury Report is brought to you by Rothman Orthopedics. To learn more, go to RothmanNY.com. The Detroit Tigers have more people on the injured list than anybody in baseball. Casey Mize, Javi Baez, Andrew Chafin, Riley Green, Derek Hill, Kyle Funkhauser, Jose Cisnero, Spencer Turnbull, Jake Rogers, and now Mike Manning.
The 2-2 is Inside 3-2.
Those aren't little people either. Those are people that are supposed to be really part of this.
Yeah. Well, that's almost a team.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10.
Oh. And no one ever figures that in when they're giving their predictions at the beginning of the year. Which means their predictions really aren't worth a lot. You have to know who's playing. Well, here comes the 3-2 with again, ball 4 would load the bases. And the 3-2 line, base hit over third down the left field line. Rolling to the left field corner, extra bases. Kainafalefa has scored. Higgy is going to be held at third.
Good choice.
It's a ribby double by Judge, and the game is tied at 1.
And this is exactly what hitting coach Dylan Lawson was talking about when he was talking to reporters today about hitting the ball hard. Eventually, see, one gets caught, and the other one, the third baseman Candelario, can't get it. That was smashed, and that's why they talk about exit velocity. It's hit so hard, and now the pitching coach is going out to talk to Erod, because these are smashed. These aren't little liners. These are smash hits.
Yeah, kind of Falefa's was. Higgy walked, and the last two have been bullet line drives. One would have gone down the right field line. It was caught, and Judge hit one down the left field line. And for Judge, that's his second RBI. You know he's going to have a lot of RBIs. So second and third with one out, and the right kind of out will give the Yankees the lead. With second and third, I would not think the Tigers will play the infield in. Because if a ground ball squirts through, that would be 2 runs. And you know what? I'm completely wrong.
Yes.
They're playing up.
You haven't read their charts. You don't get their analytics.
Boy, they're afraid of being down 1 run in the second inning or third inning.
Well, you know, it also that's a tribute to Severino. They're not sure they're going to score.
Well, here is lefty to lefty, Erod to Anthony Rizzo pitch. Is foul back to the screen. We are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Visit provident.bank to learn more. In the infield, the second baseman's scope is a little bit back. If he gets a good break, pitch is low, and the count 1-1. He could score, I guess, depending how hard the ball's hit.
Meanwhile, Erod's almost at 60 pitches here. That was his 56. And they're still, see, that's still a big part of it. Didn't they use everybody last night?
It seemed that way. Runners lead second and third, 1-1. There's a breaking ball outside, and the count 2-1. Giancarlo is on deck. Now the lefty's 2-1 is a little chopper toward first. The no throw home, the run scores, was a little chopper. So good for Higgy, got a good break. And for Rizzo, a ribby on the 3 unassisted. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
Isn't it interesting how that happened? A little tiny chopper. Rizzo gets an RBI out of it because he did what he was supposed to do. And Hicks hits the ball harder than anybody that's caught.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's baseball season.
It really is. Well, here's Giancarlo with 2 outs and the runner at third. As Judge went to third pitch. Hit on the ground to deep third and foul. Well, the count 0-1. Stanton broke his bat on that. Yankees play tomorrow afternoon. We're on at 12:30 with the pregame, and then about 1:05 with the play-by-play, and then the Yankees fly home. Yeah. It'll be an 0-1 to Judge, or rather to Stanton. Judge off third, and the pitch is inside, and the count 1-1.
You know, just talking to a lot of the guys in the clubhouse today, and I had said, you know, it also happens when the time of the year that you have a collective slump.
1-1 foul back.
If this were going on in 2 weeks in July, nobody would notice if you got off to a good start and you're hitting. And you just say, well, they're in a slump. But when you start the year like this, and it's been this way forever.
1-2 is strike three called. So Stanton caught looking. For the Yankees, they get 2 runs on 2 hits and leave 1. And now at the end of 2.5, it's 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Now to the bottom of the third, here's the switch-hitting catcher, Tucker Barnhart. He is 2 for 16 on the year, no homers or RBIs. They're the only team that I know of, pitch, cut on this, that actually carries 3 catches. The Yankees are lucky because kind of Falefa was a catcher, could catch, and wouldn't be an emergency. He's a catcher. But Detroit carries 3 catchers. The 0-1 is grounded foul outside of first.
When Giancarlo Stanton struck out, that was the 15th out of the game. Brought to you by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been Geico's homer for over 85 years. Get a quote today with a proud partner of Major League Baseball at Geico.com. Geico 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
0-2. The fastball missed outside 1-2.
And this, of course, with the Yankees, obviously Severino gave up a run in the second, and then the Yankees come back with 2 in their next half inning, and Severino, it's like, okay, it's fine. Now get to work.
1-2, hit hard, base hit to right field by Barnhart. The Yanks had 3 infielders on that side, but that was hit between Gleyber Torres and Kiner Falefa. So Barnhart gives the Tigers a good start to their third. Now, top of the order, and here is Robbie Grossman. Grossman's a guy who hit the little roller up the first baseline, and Severino hit him in the back, which, of course, is a base hit. I'm being sarcastic.
You? No.
No. No, please. Now, here's Grossman, switch hitter, batting left. And he cuts and misses a change by Severino. Severino, that change was approximately 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. And he's so confident in that. He said the last time he kept throwing it and throwing it. And remember the time when they had to send him back because he wouldn't throw it?
Here's the 0-1. Pitch missed outside, 1-1. Two-1 Yankees were in the bottom of the third. There's the tying run at first. That's Barnhart. And Sevy deals. And the fastball inside. That was 96. Now the count 2-1. And the pitch is just outside. And the count 3-1. If you don't throw strikes, Grossman will walk. He waits pitchers out, which is why he's batting leadoff. No, it'll be a 3-1. Three infielders on the right side. And the pitch caught on him. Missed the count 3-2. Although kind of Falefa is on the first base side, but only by a step, let's say. So basically he's playing right up the middle.
You know, we talk about how everybody is worried about pitching. Want me to give you an example of what's happening this year? This just happened. I don't know if you've watched Andrew Heaney this year. Last year when he came here,
3-2 is grounded weakly to second, and the throw to first is in time, but the runner moves up on the weak ground ball. Please go ahead.
One of the reasons the Yankees traded for Andrew Heaney was that the analytics department thought he had a great slider that they could use and it would work. Well, it didn't work here, but it sure as heck worked in L.A. He's been for the Dodgers. He's been phenomenal. His first two starts, 10 1/3 scoreless innings with 16 strikeouts. About an hour ago, went on the injured list with shoulder problems.
Oh boy.
See, this is what everyone is afraid of. So it didn't work for the Yankees, but they were right. Whatever happened at Dodger Stadium, it's a bigger park too.
The pitch is up high to, this is Austin Meadows, big left-hand hitter. You know, I noticed that Heaney was pitching great. I didn't know about the injury.
It just happened, yeah.
Don't forget, he didn't pitch well for the Angels either.
Right.
And with the Yanks, the pitch is grounded to second on a hop. Torres throws to first in time, and moving to third is Barnhart. So there are two away.
Well, he didn't, and then he got all of a sudden whatever was going on in with the Dodgers. His first two starts were phenomenal. 10 1/3 scoreless innings with 16 strikeouts.
Go figure.
And he's hurt. That's a shame. But I think we're going to see a lot of that. I really do.
Is he hurt badly?
They're not going to tell.
No, they're not going to.
Shoulder discomfort. It's not good. But if they immediately put him on, they don't even wait. So, usually, we'll test. We'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Now here's Scope. Swung on a fly ball to left. Right there is Hicks to make the catch and end the inning. No runs, one hit, one left. At the end of 3, 2-1 Yanks. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Sometimes one thing leads to another thing. A look leads to a touch turns into a caress, and then all of a sudden, it's on. And when the moment arises, you need to make sure you're ready. Roman ready. With Roman, you can take care of ED discreetly. Consult with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional today at GetRoman.com/talk to learn if a prescription is right for you. Visit GetRoman.com/talk today to learn about offers and treatments. Be ready. Roman ready.
Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Now here's LeMahieu to lead it off. DJ single to center his first time. LeMahieu now is on the year 11 for 33. I mean, it's too early, but it gives you an idea that LeMahieu is going to hit. It's 11 for 33 is 333 pitches, a strike to LeMahieu.
Fans come out to the stadium Sunday, April 24th, when the Yanks take on the Guardians. First 5,000 guests 14 and younger receive a special Yankees Scooby-Doo bobblehead.
Pitch low, 1-1.
Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com.
Yankees, if I'm correct, and I hope I am, play Friday night and then Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Pitch cut on missed. However, Sunday's a 1:35 game. Obviously on TBS, would that be right? Well, anyway, it is a 1:35 start.
Let me look.
And I never have a schedule, so I'm just guessing.
Well,
pitch is high, 2-2.
Because nobody prints anything anymore, Johnny. It's got to be on your phone,
right.
But you can't put it on your phone.
No, I can't put anything on my phone.
No, you can't.
Here's the 2-2. And the pitch fouled away. Boy, did you ever say a mouthful? Nothing is printed out anymore.
Right.
That's true.
It is, let's see.
Two balls, 2 strikes on LeMahieu, and the pitch is fouled back.
It is 1:35, you're right.
Well, I think that's when TBS puts their Sunday games on. I'm guessing.
Oh, wait, we just got a note from the head of broadcasting, Brett Moldoff, is listening to our game. All home Sunday afternoons are 1:35 except for the Peacock game. We have an 11:30 game on June 5th.
2-2 is outside.
Sunday's not on Turner. It's just all Yankee games now are going to be on 1:35 except for the Peacock game. All the Peacock games, whatever Peacock is at 11:30 in the morning. So we've got one, John. You're going to love that. John at 11:30, he might say anything.
That's what we like to call a streaming device. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Brett.
The 3-2, caught on a missed change, struck him out swinging. 1 away. Yeah, thank you, Brett. We love him. Keeps us honest, get things done.
But of course, then he added, of course, if it's not on ESPN, which, as you know, is 7 o'clock, which used to be 8 o'clock, which we used to get very upset about.
Right.
So they moved it to 7.
I get upset at 7 too. Well, 1 away, and here is Donaldson.
11:30 in the morning.
Whoa, is it going to play a baseball game? I will ask you a question. Pitch. There's another change cut on a miss by Donaldson. Well, it's a simple question. Pourquoi? Why?
Why what?
Is it at 11:30?
Because it's a Peacock game. All Peacock games that are 11:30 in the morning.
Well, I can understand that. I guess that's their pitch. It's cut on a miss in the count 0-2.
They want to do something different. Everybody has to do something different. So Peacock has their games, and they're going to put them all at 11:30 in the morning. There's got to be a reason. Brett Muldorf, if you're listening still, he's probably driving in the car.
Now here's the 0-2 to Donaldson, and the pitch is popped up to shallow right center. Who's going to catch it? Robbie Grossman makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
Now, Donaldson, both times is popped up. He's a little underneath.
The top of the 4th inning, sponsored by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Book a relaxing massage or facial after the game. Well, 2 down. Here is Glaber. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
See, that's his changeup. That was, it was called a strike. But... well, he's got
That's a good way of putting it. The 0-1 is cut on, foul back, 0-2. Yankees have a 2-1 lead. We're in the top of the 4th, 2 outs and no one on.
Now, that was the same pitch, and Glaber went for that. It was in the exact same place. But that's what happens when the pitch before gets called a strike. You're tempted to go after that, which he just did.
The 0-2 is hot. You know, last night we saw just about all of Detroit's bullpen, and the Yankees' bullpen as well. Well, the Yankees have such a deep bullpen, they didn't use, let's say, 3 of their best. Here is the 1-2. I'm going to make a point. Pitch swung on and popped up to right field. Grossman toward the line, stops and makes the catch right near the line. That was Rodriguez. I think that was his 76th pitch or so. So we're going to be looking at the Detroit bullpen soon. 1-2-3 go the Yanks. At the end of 3.5, it's 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuit, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Now, here we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Yanks have a 2-1 lead. Here is Jeimer Candelario, doubled his first time, and hits a ground ball in the infield. Kiner-Falefa on the first base side. Throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Severino at 44 pitches. I think I saw Erod at 78. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Something like that. It was either a 78 or 76. And here we go. Miggy's up. Here come the fans down as close as they can get with their iPhones.
Miggy hit a little dribbler down third for a base hit. He is now 3 hits away from, you know, when you think about it, 3,000 hits, 500 home runs. I mean, you have to be really good and play a long time. Now, 1 out. And Severino now to the line. And the pitch, there's a good fastball strike on the inside corner. The bottom of the 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. Cars with a K to donate your car today. Severino's 0-1. Missed outside, 1 out.
That was 96, that fastball. You know, you look at his shoulder, you look at the arm action, John. It's not an extraneous movement, and he really looks strong, doesn't he?
Yes, pitch is low, and the count 2-1.
And there was that 90-mile-an-hour changeup. It's almost hard to say, 90-mile-an-hour changeup.
Isn't that odd? It used to be if you threw 90, you were throwing hard. Here's the 2-1. Foul down the right side, and the count 2-2. Again, I know we did this a lot last night, and we probably shouldn't do it again, but it not only is tough for the Yankees to come here every April, I don't know why they're forced to do that. It's terrible for the Tigers. If they had 3 games against the Yankees on a weekend in July or August or June, 2-2 is grounded foul, they'd sell out. Look, think of the money they could make here. And if they didn't sell out, let's say the place holds 42, they'd get 40.
Do you know who else has already been here and gone? The Red Sox.
No, that's terrible.
It's awful.
Those are the 2 big draws. Pitch inside. There's a hard sinker. And the count 3-2 on Miggy.
And one of the front office guys was saying, it's just not fair. Can't they give it to us once? I mean, it seems like every year you're here in April, and the Red Sox have already been here and gone.
Now here's the payoff. Fouled. First base side out of play. Boy, the first thing I thought of when I saw the schedule, we're there in Detroit again in April when it's freezing and snow and ice. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And if you think it's unfair for the Yankees and Red Sox, think how unfair it is for,
it really is unfair
for
for
this
the
ball
Tigers,
club.
yeah. Every year. Once I can understand.
Here's the payoff. Swung on, hit up the middle, base hit. Center field for Miggy. He's 2 for 2, and he is 2 hits away.
And there's the man standing in front of the 7. They're going crazy out in the outfield. Little kids. See, this is great. You know, you want to build the game? Here's little kids screaming as the 7 turns to an 8.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, too. I got a little point to make. I read or hear, baseball, is failing, too slow, too old. I heard Howard Cosell say that over 50 years ago.
Indeed.
Every ballpark, I see nothing but young people. Not nothing but I see a tremendous amount of young people. So you can forget that. Baseball's always going to be here.
A little pump by Miggy. And all these kids all running down with signs. Look, 15 and younger, 10, 7. It's great. They're Tiger shirts. Don't tell me it's dying and kids don't come.
Not at all. Pitch. And the pitch is low. And for those who don't know, because of the game that they have, Major League Baseball outdraws football, basketball, and hockey combined. That's right. 1-0. There's a strike to Victor Reyes. Switch hitter batting left.
You mean live attendance?
Yeah.
A few more games.
No, but that's it. It's intrinsic to baseball.
Right.
Where the others can't play that.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, sorry.
They got the ball.
Throw over is low. Here's the 2-1 coming to Victor Reyes. Cabrera at first base, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, it's 2-1 Yanks. And the pitch is low outside, 3-1. A right-hand hitter, Spencer Torkelson, up next. Now Severino set, pitch. Caught on and missed. There's a change. He's way out in front. And the count 3-2. You know who's at the game tonight? Michigan State's great basketball coach, Tom Izzo.
Right, he threw out the first pitch.
Ah,
he was out.
I didn't see that.
That's why I couldn't talk to AJ today for tomorrow, because Tom Izzo was in his office.
Here's the 3-2. It's fouled at home plate.
And he's actually stayed for the game.
And that takes toughness.
They're tough here in Michigan.
Yes. So once again, it'll be a 3-2 to Victor Reyes, switch hitter batting left. Cabrera at first base with 1 out. They have made the change. 2,998 pitch. Line, there's a base hit to right field. Stanton fields. Cabrera will hold at second. So Reyes is 2 for 2. He had singled for the first run. And here is Torkelson with first and second and 1 man out.
That slider got too much of the plate and stayed a little bit up. It didn't break as much as he would like it. It was about knee high. It started thigh high and went knee high.
The addition of Clark Schmidt and Michael King have made the Yankees bullpen even deeper than it has been. The pitch is high. I was thinking this last night. Schmidt pitched. He won the game. He was great. King did not pitch. Loizaga didn't pitch.
Wow.
And one other, I'll have to look at my list. And there's the 1-0. Foul back to the screen. And the count 1-1. Oh, Chad Green was the other.
Oh, right. They're loaded.
And that's what the point I was going to make. They pitched everyone, but they didn't have to pitch Loizaga, King, or Green. Here is the 1-1 to the right-hand hitting Torkelson, and he drills one deep down the right field line, twisting foul, and it does go foul, hit really hard, and the count 1-2. Let's take 10-second station ID. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
WFAN and WFAN FM and HD1 New York.
An Odyssey station.
John Sterling, Susan Wellman back at Comerica in Detroit. The pitch is low inside to Torkelson, 2-2. Torkelson walked his first time. They are obviously hoping that he is going to be a big slugger for them. The pitch is low, and the count 3-2. One more bad one will load the bases for Detroit.
They're going to have some remedial pop-up catches for Torkelson. He evidently is not. That's his one flaw. He really is not good at catching high fly. He missed two.
Yeah.
But that's a thing of his.
And Barnhart missed one, and the Yankees wouldn't have won without it. So. Now here's the 3-2. And the pitch is low, ball four. I wait on Jerry Lane. You have to. So bases loaded, one man out.
And Higashioka goes out to the mound immediately. Here comes Anthony Rizzo, and running out of the dugout is Matt Blake. So Severino kind of just lost it a little bit here. Slider, everything's a little up. He can't get it where he wants.
Well, that consultation on the mound brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call them today for a free consultation at 1-800-8-MILLION. So Blake goes on back. With the bases loaded and one man out, here is Harold Castro, a left-hand hitter. Cabrera at third, Reyes at second, Torkelson at first. Pitch is foul, third base out of play. Yankee infield is back. They obviously would like to get a ground ball turn two. There's the 0-1, and it's fouled at home plate.
He got away with that changeup because that was not in a place where you want it to go. When it dropped, it started at the letters and it was right around the belt, but it was in a little bit, so he mishit it. But that's a dangerous place for that pitch.
He's ahead is Severino, 0-2 on Castro, left-hand hitter. Bases loaded, one out. Bottom of the fourth. Pitch is foul, third base side out of play. Well, the count holds at 0-2.
Boy, that didn't miss by much by being an extra base hit.
Now, once again, it'll be an 0-2 to Castro. And Sevy deals, and the breaking ball is in the dirt. Good block by Higgy, and the count 1-2.
Do you know that his slider actually has less velocity than his changeup? The slider's been around 88.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
There's the 1-2, and the pitch is low. 2-2.
Ron Marinaccio is now warming up for the Yanks.
The other guy didn't pitch last night.
Right.
That also has helped the depth. Marinaccio has pitched so well, and although he's down in the minor leagues right now, J.P. Sears has pitched very well. Well, here's the 2-2. This is the pitch Severino wants to make it happen on. Didn't want to go 3-2. So here's the 2-2. He fouled it on the ground outside first. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I think they see, well, I know they see J.P. Sears as a starter, so they wanted to get him down there, stretch him out, and get him into the rotation. Marinaccio they see as a reliever. I don't know what's going to happen May 1st, how many people they're going to keep up here. They have a lot to choose from.
Severino peering in. Now here's the 2-2, up high 3-2. Well, he goes to 3-2. Now he either throws a strike or the game will be tied.
Well, that was the 97-mile-an-hour fastball up.
Oh, here comes a big pitch. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 3-2 is foul third base side. Isn't it funny? The big at bat last night was Willie Castro. And here, Harold is having the same kind of at bat.
You know, I was just going to say that. It's exactly the same. It's not as long quite yet. But that, you know, that at bat undid Garrett Cole.
Absolutely. He couldn't get him out. He kept fouling off pitches and at 3-2. Now here's the 3-2 to Harold Castro. Pitch is swung on and blew to short. Caught. No throw. So there's the second out. It wasn't hit terribly hard, but he got it in the air, and if it is in a different spot, it goes into the outfield for 2 runs.
And still timed. Kiner had to go up for it.
Now here's the catcher, switch hitting Tucker Barnhart, who singled his first time. Bases loaded, 2 out. Yankees clinging to a 2-1 lead. And Severino deals a strike. You know, Detroit to this very point has out-hit the Yankees 7-3. Which tells you that means nothing. It'll be an 0-1 to Barnhart. Yankees have their second baseman, Gleyber Torres, playing a few steps out on the grass. Pitch. Caught on it. Missed. And the count 0-2. Severino has thrown 76 pitches. It'll be an 0-2. Struck him out swinging, and Severino pitches out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left. And now, at the end of 4 innings of play, 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Springfest is happening at Lowe's. To help you find everything you need at a great low price, stop by Lowe's and get Bonnie Select 19.3-ounce vegetables and herbs, 3 for $12. And while you're here, get $100 off select Ego self-propelled lawnmowers. Stop by Lowe's today for the fun and savings of Springfest and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Bonnie offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 4/14 through 4/20.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuit, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to State Farm for a quote today.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. This spring, get a new 2022 Honda Pilot, CR-V, Passport, or Ridgeline. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Top of the fifth inning, Yanks have a 2-1 lead. Severino's strikeout of Barnhart with the bases loaded is our Coupa Maximum Value Play of the Game. Unite the power of business spend management with Coupa, the most trusted cloud platform to maximize the value of every dollar your company spends. Learn more at Coupa.com.
And Severino was so pumped up after that strikeout, you could hear him screaming up here through our closed windows.
And you know what? That's his first strikeout of the game. What a propitious time. There is a strike to Kiner-Falefa. He left the bases loaded. Yanks have a very slim 2-1 lead. The pitch to Isaiah is fouled at home plate.
Well, that also left him at 77 or 78 pitches, and you wonder how much longer he can go. I'm looking to see if Marinaccio has sat down. Someone's waving their arms, but I can't see who it is.
This will be Erod's 77th pitch. And he'll deal 0-2. Swung on, a little pop fly to right. Walking in Grossman to make the catch, one away.
Fans come out to the stadium Friday, April 22nd, when the Yanks take on the Guardians for Lightweight Hoodie Night. First 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees Lightweight Hoodie, courtesy of Ford. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. You know, it's going to be fun to see this Yankee pitching staff against a team who's killing the league and hitting.
Well, they are killing the league, Cleveland. My goodness.
Stephen Kwan, Owen Miller. Well, Jose we know, but I don't know the other kids.
No, it's amazing what they're doing, right? Agreed. That would not be the team I would choose to score all these runs. And
probably not them either. They wouldn't think that.
Higgy takes a pitch high, 1-0. Yanks have a 2-1 lead. We're in the top of the fifth. One out, no one on. And the pitch is a high fastball, 2-0.
And getting that, see, Erod's got a terrific changeup, but what it's down, you can't throw that changeup up there. He was just lucky that was out of the zone.
The 2-0 is hit high in the air to center. Back is Reyes, way back in right center, and he makes the catch. I'm telling you, that was really hit. You can't tell here because they don't have distances up, but that was caught a few steps from the scoreboard in right center. That might be 420 feet away.
I'm sure it is, and he's thrown everything up, and you know, I can't say, well, he got underneath it. No, he didn't. He hit it perfectly. I bet that's 430 out there. I mean, you can't even tell because there's no, where the little indentation is, there's no marker.
Now, I've been told that by people. Yeah, that might be 430. We don't even know. Well, with two-way, here's Aaron Hicks, who has struck out and then hit it right on the nose and lined to first to Torkelson. 2 outs, no one on, top of the fifth. 2-1 Yanks, and Erod deals. And a breaking ball strike. The fifth inning is brought to you by Elec 825, building our bounce back. Here's the 0-1. Caught on him. 0-2 on Hicks.
Cut her down.
Hicks takes a moment out of the box now. Digs back in. And it'll be an 0-2. And the pitch missed outside 1-2. One-two is a breaking ball under the feet of Hicks, so the count 2-2. Again, we play here in the final game of the series tomorrow afternoon. The game's at about 1 and we'll be on there about 12:30. Is that right, Matt? Or is it 12:25? 12:30. Pitch is hit on the ground toward short, and the throw to first is in time. Boy, was that close. Bang, bang. But Castro just beat him to the bag. So for the Yankees, they go down 1-2-3 at the end of 4.5. 2-1 Yanks. The WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Excludes Connecticut and Rhode Island. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details while supplies last.
Sometimes one thing leads to another thing. A look leads to a touch turns into a caress, and then all of a sudden, it's on. And when the moment arises, you need to make sure you're ready. Roman ready. With Roman, you can take care of ED discreetly. Consult with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional today at GetRoman.com/talk to learn if a prescription is right for you. Visit GetRoman.com/talk today to learn about offers and treatments. Be ready. Roman ready.
Local flavors.
Now to the bottom of the 5th, and Tigers send up the top of their order. It'll be Robbie Grossman, and then Austin Meadows and Jonathan Scope. Grossman switch hitter batting left. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Severino deals. There's a strike. If you would think that this is Severino's last inning, you're probably right. This would enable him to get the win. He's already thrown 78 pitches. Now you figure he ends the inning around 90 or so. Here's the 0-1. And it's fouled back to the screen, 0-2.
Someone is throwing now. It looks like Chad Green. See if you can see.
Yeah, he didn't pitch last night, so it's great for Boone and Matt Blake. They have so many weapons. It wouldn't be good if the weapons didn't pitch well, but they're all pitching well. Here's the 0-2. Foul back. Another count remains 0-2. Every pitcher wants to win games. So Severino knows what's happening. He's already probably talked to his manager about it. So he'll try to get through this inning if he can. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out, swing, change. You know, as hard as he throws, that's a great weapon. And isn't it funny? People predict, please. Severino's a strikeout pitcher. His first strikeout was the last out of the inning. Barnhart. This is the second strike.
Right. Great change. It was down.
Now 1 away. Here is the left-hand hitter, Meadows, who is the best home run hitter in this lineup. And there's the strike. Good fastball by Seve. Now the 0-1. There's not a strike. And the count 0-2 on Meadows. who has fly to left and grounded to second. The pitch is popped up in the infield. Who's going to catch it is kind of Falefa, and there are two away. So with two down, that'll bring up Jonathan Scope, and Severino, if he gets one more out, would qualify for the victory. They have to win the game first. 2-1 Yankees are in the bottom of the fifth. 2 outs, no one on. Scope has grounded into a double play and fly to left. And the pitch is pop foul, first base side out of play.
Isn't it interesting that what could end up being the easiest inning of Sevy, except for the third, he seems to be not laboring at all here?
No, not at all.
After the hardest inning that he had.
His 0-1 is line down the right field line, but foul. The ball boy down the line made a heck of a catch. So the count 0-2. Well, one thing, you're so obvious. They always say the most important pitch is strike one. And that gives you the advantage in the at-bat. Well, you're throwing strike one. So it'll be an 0-2 to Scope. And the pitch grounded foul. But Susan, once again, the Yankees have 2 runs.
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. But, you know, it's the pitcher's turn right now. Eventually it's going to come to a point where the pitchers aren't going to be able to do this every day. You've got to store some runs.
2 struck him out swinging, breaking ball down and away. It was a great inning for Sevy. His third strikeout. 3 up and 3 down. And at the end of 5, 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Springfest is happening at Lowe's. To help you find everything you need at a great low price, stop by Lowe's and get Bonnie Select 19.3-ounce vegetables and herbs, 3 for $12. And while you're here, get $100 off select Ego self-propelled lawnmowers. Stop by Lowe's today for the fun and savings of Springfest and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Bonnie offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 4/14 through 4/20.
Now to the top of the 6th. And the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. And here's Aaron Judge to lead it off. 3 infielders on the left side. And Judge takes a pitch low. Now for Erod, that was his 86th pitch.
And that'll be it for Severino. Shaking hands all around, smiles.
There's a strike, 1-1.
5 innings, 1 run, 7 hits, 2 walks, 88 pitches. That's enough. Big smiles. He was hugging Hickey, the birthday boy.
The 1-1 is outside 2-1. It is enough. 88 pitches here on April 20th in this kind of weather. My goodness. Now the 2-1, ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman. Scope throws to first, and there's one away. Last night, the Yankees scored their 4th run. With 2 outs in the 9th inning, LeMahieu inside out at a pitch down the right field line for a base hit and a run. And they only had 4 runs had 6 hits. Tonight they have 2 runs on 3 hits.
Wow.
So they're doing it by pitching.
Drew Hutchison is up for the Tigers. And he's been here a long time.
Rizzo takes a pitch outside, 1-0. 3 infield is now on the right side.
You know, to show you how everybody overreacts. They were overreacting in Anaheim, too, about Shohei pitching. Well, he's pitching against Houston tonight. He's perfect through 4 with 9 strikeouts. Is that good enough?
Who knows the strike? What were they worried about?
Well, he wasn't that great.
Okay.
You know, he wasn't.
Well, that's it. When you're great, they expect you to be great every time, which is not possible.
It's April 20th. It's not August 20th.
1-1. Rizzo drills one to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo rakes. He homers into the right field seats. Hey, nobody beats the Riz. So a home run for Anthony. His 4th of the year. His 10th RBI leads the Yankees in both categories. And the Yankees take a 3-1 lead. That's the first Yankees home run brought to you by Kia. Visit Kia.com and discover movement that inspires.
So he's got 2 RBIs, the no-doubter, the home run, and the grounder to first.
Yeah, 4 homers, 10 RBIs, leads the Yanks in both categories.
Yeah.
Here is Stanton. And there is a strike. And by the way, it's funny how life works. The left-hand hitting Rizzo hit it against a left-hander.
Yeah. Oh, and we just got to look at
Pitch is high, 1-1.
At Erod's face when he saw that ball. So the pitcher knows he hadn't even hit it yet, and there was this look on Erod's face.
Where he sees where the ball is going.
He saw where the ball was going.
Pitch cut out and missed, and the count 1-2 change away on Stanton. Stan has 2 homers and 8 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
That's what we call a.
And the 1-2 is grounded to short. And Castro throws to first, and there are 2 away. Judge RBI double in the 3rd inning at an exit velo of 101.6. You know what that means. It means it's the speed report. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of the Yankees radio network. Learn more at odfl.com. Old Dominion, helping the world keep promises. Well, 2 outs. The Yanks a 3-1 lead on the Rizzo home run. And here is LeMahieu. And DJ takes a pitch inside, breaking ball.
And I've said this before, if there's a more valuable person on this team right now than Anthony Rizzo, I don't know who it is.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on a high pop off first. Torkelson has room and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. For the Yankees, 1 run, 1 hit. Anthony Rizzo's 4th home run of the year. No one left. And a 5.5, 3-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. Our hot buttery breakfast biscuits are loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and your choice of bacon or sausage. And right now at Wendy's, they're only $1 each.
Wendy's breakfast biscuits, just $1.
So don't take a chance with those other guys. Bet your buck on a better breakfast with Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Offer only applies to bacon or sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction and per person per day. Not valid in a combo.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack. Fare thee well, kettlebell.
Hey, Kellen, need a spot?
No, Jake from State Farm. I'm just saying goodbye to my pricey gym membership.
What? Don't give up what you love. State Farm has options like insuring your home and ride with great rates on both.
Nice. Hey, can I buy you a protein shake or a granola bar or...
For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because Spring Fest is happening now to help get you everything you need to celebrate the season. Come on into Lowe's and save on select appliances. Right now, you can get free basic install via rebate with purchase of select items $5.99 or more. We're celebrating spring with more fun and more savings. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any